Hello and welcome back to the Honest Way and to Payback 2023 out of 10. Big show today, lots of Judgment Day involvement, women's and tag titles on the line. We had the main event involving Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura, of course Damian Priest handing over as Money in the Bank holder. So yeah, lots of going on in this show. And we started things off though with Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus in a cage match. Becky Lynch turned lemons into lemonade on Saturday night, delivering another extraordinary performance in a career full of them by kicking off Payback in a match of the year contender against Trish Stratus. It was hard hitting that left both women with physical reminders, including 2 drop-in shots, a suplex from the top of the cage, and an advanced manhandle stab, with the latter earning the man with the victory. This was what fans should have got at SummerSlam, but in hindsight it was maybe better to take place at Payback. Well, it's not the stage to prove how spectacular it was. They would have got more time. Sure, this feud dragged on a bit too long and storyline company never really showed how good these two could be, but this was a match of the year candidate, and the post-match match which saw the Hall of Fame break Zoe start left line side through the ring should lead to a future feud, either way, whether Stratus goes away or not. But yeah, I think despite maybe an underwhelming build-up, the match proved that both of them still have what it takes, and just how good they can be. Zoe Stark playing into it nicely as well. She'll get a massive role with it as well. So yeah, on the whole, it just worked brilliantly throughout. Great stuff. Next up on Payback, it was John Cena refereeing LA Knight versus The Miz. It's exactly what it needed to be this match. A star vehicle for the massively overpaid face, currently middle of the road, as hot as anyone experienced all year in WWE. The company also booked John Cena as a special ref for Revolution that came in a pre-match segment involving the former 16-time champion The Miz. There are a few teasers of Cena adversely costing Knight and the obvious interaction between him and the A-lister, but he stayed out the action and let other competitors share the scene for the most part. While he did involve himself, it was at the end, at the top of the hour, as he extended his hand to Knight as a sign of respect. The megastar accepted it, but not before rightly pointing out he almost cost him an appropriate reaction to what unfolded. The crowd was red hot for the megastar as the commentary team did a great job of putting him over, and the acknowledgement from Cena, the exclamation point this segment needed. If there was any concerns about WWE's recognition of the night, they were erased here, and yeah, having Cena there, I thought really benefited him as well. So yeah, it worked really nicely this. Miz, he's perfect at what he does, so yeah, it all worked really well. 7 out of 10. Next up was a US title match with Rey Mysterio taking on Theory. Theory challenging one more despite a focused effort. Here, he was unsuccessful in regaining the championship. Mysterio fends off the challenge of the challenger, ultimately countering the 8-out and stacking up the heel for the pinfall win. The question is now where Theory goes from here. One would think that Triple H and the creative team would not allow him to fade into obscurity on SmackDown, given how much they built into him. Perhaps he's next fall for LA Knight. If that's the case, he would better work on his presence anywhere on that show, because he would get smoked on a mic by the megastar at the moment. Despite the potential showdown, bearing a series of needless matches, it's difficult to forecast exactly where it goes from here. And yeah, that's the kind of interesting thing with this. Mysterio, Gwen, when it's great for him, I guess maybe he'll go into the feud with the likes of Grayson Waller, potentially Santos Escobar down the line, plans for him. But yeah, where Theory goes from here. But decent match. Mysterio winning, I think, is the right call for now. But moving on into the Steel City Street fight for the Tag Team Championships. And after 4 months of frustrating results, Judgment Day finally got the best of Sami Zayn and KO as they became the new champions, to see, not with the help of them there from their ends. It was kind of a match of the year candidate, you have to say. The heels benefited from interference from Dominic, Rhea Ripley and JD to merge victorious. The crowd were hot and the action was non-stop, as the fact that there were big spots and vivid imagery elevated it. From Rowan's diving off the balcony with Tom Ball, that drove through Mysterio through a table, and a chance donning Pittsburgh Penguins outfits to beat down everyone. This had something for everyone. A screwjob finish puts it on heels, allowing the baby faces to lose, and yeah, WWE can revisit the storyline as action, and a great match, and kind of the storyline allowed them to really show what they could do, especially with stipulations. So yeah, that worked really nicely and gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Really good stuff, and I can't wait to see what Judgment Day can do with the belts and so many different storylines that they could still kind of go with. It was then time for the Great Waller effect, featuring Cody Rhodes, which lacked, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, hit the ring and took a shot at Waller, relative newness, despite his pulling some strings to bring a new superstar to Raw, Jay. So from there, the former tag talents basked in the audience reaction and proceeded to drop Waller with a super kick. It was a big moment. The show needed something for the social media team to hang it on, but it would have been nice to see more of an interaction between Rhodes and Lee. So sure that it's likely to come soon, considering the American Nightmare seemingly gave Uso's career new life despite their recent history. It would have been nice to witness even a small acknowledgement. Rhodes stepped aside and gave Uso the spotlight. While it means moving forward should make an intriguing creative and add to what's expected to be Rhodes' journey back as he seeks to defeat Roman again at WrestleMania. So yeah, new interesting direction for Uso. It kind of seems like all long term, and maybe we'll get a feud between them, who knows. But yeah, it's definitely very intriguing, but I'm going to give it time to see where it goes in the future weeks. Before it's time for Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley for the women's title. Rhea is the most physical competitor in the women's division, as evidenced by Charlotte Flair's match at WrestleMania with her, and a match against Raquel Rodriguez, a bit of a war attrition. Rhea narrowly escaped an absolute battle with always standing over Arsenal, a rare opponent who can match her power. Rodriguez tested her in a way no one else has during her title reign, and yeah, could go a long way in propping the second generation star in front of the eyes. Triple H and the creative team still have considerable work to do to get the fans to invest in Rodriguez and genuinely compare about other performances, but I think that's gone a long way this match. There are a few spots later on that didn't go according to plan, but the combatants recovered with a hot finish that protected Rodriguez and continued narrative of Judgment Day cheating to accomplish their dominance. So yeah, get 6 out of 10 from me. There were a few bits, quiz bits that maybe I wasn't too sure on, but I think yeah, the match kind of booked in the way it should have been. And yeah, it worked nicely. Really gets a win, but I do think Raquel benefits from it as well. So yeah, good stuff on the whole. Yeah. It was their main event on Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. There were considerable expectations for this match, based on their skill level of the superstars involved, and it didn't disappoint. They had a physical battle. The artist targeted the injured back of his rival that had established in vignettes and nearly put away the Kinshasa to the back of the head. The Visionary fought back though, and hit a stomp to retain the title. There's nothing flashy here or much of a storyline development. It was just a match that paid off the character of the program while still managing to present Nakamura as a legitimate threat who was far from finished with Rollins. This feels like a program destined to continue in the manner in which the challenger was presented moments after losing. Suggests we may see Nakamura sink deeper into darkness to achieve the goal. And yeah, get 7 out of 10 from me. Hopefully a new start for Nakamura. Yeah, really kickstart it because this was a great match. Rollins retaining the belt, and yeah, just a quality match here, even if the result maybe for Rollins and too much down. And overall this week, Payback gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I thought, yeah, on the whole, it was the most remarkable, memorable WWE pay-per-view of all time. I think looking at the card, it never really was going to be. But you know, we got some quality in-ring action, new tag champs, some big developments off it. So yeah, on the whole, this was a good episode of Payback, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the fallout is coming in future weeks. But anyway, guys, that's it really. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and subscribe to our daily wrestling and subscribe to the channel. It's been really greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.